What is up, everyone? Hello, I'm back. It's been a while. Today I'm going to be filming my June wrap-up and telling you guys about all the books I read in June. Sorry for my unintentional little break from YouTube. I was like busy. I went camping this past weekend. I've just been working, going on little trips on the weekends, and like haven't really been wanting to film and like haven't been having the motivation or like the ideas. I also kind of didn't want to look at myself, which is like, you know, let's not get into that, but I'm back. I cut my hair off. It seems like I went through some things. I didn't, but I did read some good books, some not so good books, and you know, I've just been chilling, honestly, and like reading books. I read 6 books. I will put my total word count right here because I forgot to add it up once again. And I DNF'd 3 books, so 9 books total, but 3 were DNFs, so let's talk about them. The first book I've read is one that has had me in a chokehold for years, like a whole year, because of my friend Sarah. That one is The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. This is the 3rd book in his Dark Materials series. It's a trilogy. This is the last one. And we made a deal where if she writes 6 of Crows series duology, I would read this trilogy, and we made that deal like a year ago. I finally finished my end of the bargain. I gave it 2 stars. It's not my favorite series. I don't want to read again. I won't keep the books. It wasn't bad. I just don't understand how Philip Pullman wrote this for the kids, the children. I don't see any child like picking up his Dark Materials and being like, wow, Mom, I love this series so much. Like, I don't see that happening. But yeah, so didn't like it too much. There was some cool parts. I did get a little bit emotional just saying bye to Lyra and Will, but besides that, you know, it didn't do much for me. Then I completed my ACOTAR reread with A Court of Silver Flames. I reread this one on audio, and of course I gave it 5 stars the first time. I'll give it 5 stars again and again and again. I really love this book because I hated Nesta when I first read it, and I really began to love her after I read this book the first time, and then after reading it again for the second time just recently last month, I just wanted to really study Nesta's character, and I find so much will and strength in Nesta. She's also dramatic and like mean, but like I love her so much. She's badass. That's what makes her Nesta. Like, I just don't like the fact that people think that all main characters and fictional girl characters need to be the nice, pretty princess kind of girls, or like if they like to fight with swords and everything, that they need to have like a very feminine side. Like, if Nesta wants to be a bitch to everyone, let her be a bitch to everyone. The world has not dealt her the best hand, so you know what, I see why she's angry. And she's the older sister of Feyre. I get it, she should have helped Feyre, but also like, I'm an older sister and I can relate to like her anger towards her parents. Not like I'm really angry at my parents or one of my parents, but you know what I mean. It's just like, I relate and I get it, and you know, she can be angry if she wants. So 5 stars to Akasif. So then I read Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey on audio. I don't have that book, thank God. I didn't buy it, didn't spend my money on it, except I have a Scribd, you know, trial or a Scribd subscription, so I did kind of pay for it, I guess. But anyway, give that one 1 star. Fix Her Up is definitely not it. I would not recommend, 0 out of 10, do not recommend you reading it. I don't know how people like that one, and I'm not trying to be negative, but you know, when I gave a book 1 star, what do you expect? So Fix Her Up is about these 2 characters. One of them is literally a clown. The main character, she's literally a clown, and she's so cringy. I don't like her. She decides that she can like fix this boy who is like her brother's, one of his best friends, who is an ex-baseball player, and he's like kind of got injured, so he's not playing anymore, and he's like lost his way, but he has a bunch of money, but he's like living in filth, like a filthy apartment, and doesn't want to take care of himself, can't do anything for himself, just pity party all around him for, you know, however long he wants, until she comes in and she's just like, oh my god, the light of his life, and she makes him smile and all these things, and I'm like, oh, just no, like, can I have something new? Can I have something original? Can I have something not cringy? And like, of course they get together. Like, it's just too predictable. That type of romance is just I can't do it. It's like too, I don't even know, man. I didn't like it. If you liked it, Please tell me how or why, because I didn't like the main characters at all. I didn't. I don't think they even had any chemistry either. Like, they really didn't. I wasn't rooting for them to even be together. So that's the point of a romance, and it missed the mark for me. So Tessa Bailey, what happened? You did so good with It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line, and Sinker, so good. Fix Her Up, her backlist titles, I'm scared of them now. I'm gonna run away from them. When the main character was a clown, I can't do it. I'm sorry to any clowns out there that perform at children's birthday parties and like then they go and meet their boyfriend and like make out with them like in their clown costume. Okay, let's move on. Oh my god. Okay, I then read this book, Not Here to Be Liked by Michelle Quach. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. I tabbed the heck out of it. Look at that, I tabbed so much. This book takes place in a high school setting with high school main characters, so it's a young adult contemporary book. The main character, Eliza, is a very studious girl. She is on the school newspaper and she has only ever wanted to be editor-in-chief ever since she joined the school newspaper. Okay, love that for her. She's the only one running, so it seems like she's got it in the bag. Well, then we have Lynn, who was a baseball player and he got hurt, which is also like the guy in Fix Her Up. But you know what? I love Lynn. He's so much better. I love him. Fix Her Up. Okay. Lynn. So great. So Len, he got hurt and he's not playing. I think it's like his senior year, or actually it's his junior year. He decides he's not gonna play. So he joined the school newspaper team and he also decides that he wants to run for editor-in-chief. So where Eliza thought she was the only one running, she has a very formidable opponent running against her who everyone likes. He's the ex-favorite jock of the entire school. He's also just an all-around nice guy, so people want to vote for him. The principal decides that they need to get along and need to work together on a project to solve their issues because they both keep exploding, mainly Eliza, and like doing rash things that are affecting the whole school. And so she's forced to kind of get to know him, and against her own judgment she begins to kind of fall for this boy, and there is some reveals that happen. This book also tackles feminism very well. It's a very pro-feminist book, which I loved. Eliza is definitely, she literally starts a feminist movement in her school. Love it so much. Next, I read Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen, and I put this book off for so long, like several years, and I don't know why, because it is really, really good. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. This book is all about Ever Wong. Her parents only want her to focus on going to school to be something like really important, like businessy or a doctor, but Ever wants to go to school for like film or like photography or something like that, like something definitely not dance. That's what it was, dance, because she's a dancer. I'm dumb. She's on this high school dance team and she wants to continue her passion for dancing whenever she goes to college, but her parents are like, heck no, you're not gonna do that. And so they signed her up and saved up a bunch of money to send her to Love Boat, which is a educational immersion program in Taiwan that she needs to go to. She'll meet other people her age. She's supposed to be like studying, doing some extracurricular activities, learning new languages. But when she gets there, she quickly realizes that this is perfect. She has no adult or parent supervision. She makes some new friends. She can go wild all she wants and break all the rules that her parents have set for her because she's now on her own in another country. And she also finds some love interests. She finds some great friends. She finds some bars and drinks and all this great stuff. And there's so much drama because it's literally like a summer camp for teenagers that are all the same age, that are all there for the same reason. This book was just filled with the tea and the angst. I was living for it. I was living for Ever's story. She's a very easy character to like get into her mind and like fall into the vibes of the book. I loved it so much. There's also a second book to this called A Love Boat Reunion about her friend and like this other character in the book too that has a pretty big role, and I don't know, I want to read that because I heard it's really good, like even better than this one, so I'm probably gonna read it. And finally, I read Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I actually gave this one 5 stars. I have said it before, sometimes I love Colleen Hoover books and give them 5 stars. Other times I usually give them 2 or 1. There's like always no in between. I either love it or hate it. And I actually liked Regretting You. So Regretting You follows a character named Morgan. We get her point of view first whenever she is young. She has a boyfriend that is like great for her, but she also has a sister who has a boyfriend. Morgan and the sister's boyfriend just get along way better, and they're just really good friends. So there's kind of like a little bit of like feelings there that could be like touched upon, but they never do, because Morgan finds out she is pregnant as a teenager. And so her and her current boyfriend are like, you know, obviously we're gonna raise this kid together, and they do. So on the other hand, we have another POV whose name is Clara. Clara is a good student. Her parents like want her to do really good and are a little bit strict on her, and she meets a bad boy that her father doesn't like. She really relies on this boy during a very tough time in her life when a bunch of tragic things start to happen to her. And he's kind of like the only outlet that she feels happy with amongst all of this tragedy happening in her life. The way that Morgan and Clara's stories collide is very interesting, and how they are in relation to each other is really cool. I will not say, but you will find out very quickly when you read the book what that's all about. And yeah, I don't know, I just felt like this one had a lot of plot twists that I didn't call, some that I look back and I'm like, okay, I should have known, but I didn't actually know in the moment. And I feel like it was just all in all a really good read. So you should check out Regretting You if you want to try a Colleen Hoover book. If you hate Colleen Hoover, you might not like it, but you know, I thought it was really good, so I'm always right. I'm just kidding, but yeah. Let me really quick tell you the books I DNF'd and couldn't get into. First one is House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Is that it? I couldn't get into that one. I tried to listen to it on audio. I think I got past like the first 2 chapters and I was like, what's going on? This is boring. So no, I DNF'd it very quickly. So then I was reading Flame in the Mist. I still have my bookmark in here. I read to page 53. I really do like this book. I just decided to take it off my Goodreads because I'm not actively reading it. Like I went 3 weeks without picking it up, so I think it just deserves to be like kicked off and DNF'd. But I am gonna leave my bookmark in here. Like I want to come back to it, and I definitely want to finish the duology because I have both the books, and I do like Renee Ahdieh. It just wasn't like action-packed right off the bat. Like it's kind of going slow, and I'm just not in the mood for a slow-paced book right now. So I also picked up another fantasy that I liked more, and I usually read like 1 fantasy and 1 contemporary at the same time. When I get to 2 fantasies, it's like almost too much for me sometimes. So I'm gonna put this one on pause, but I definitely want to come back to it, and I do like it. It's not a bad DNF. It's just a, for the book's sake, so that I don't force myself to read it and give it 1 star, DNF. Well, finally, I also DNF'd Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I read the prologue and I didn't really like the prologue. I'm not interested. I don't like the way she describes the characters. Like, she takes herself way too serious. I don't know. I don't think I like Emily Henry. After I read People We Meet on Vacation and gave it like 1 star, I feel like I shouldn't have bought this one, but I actually did, and I paid full price for it because I really wanted to like it. I feel like it has a lot of things that I would like, especially because both the characters are involved in working with books. Like, I love that so much, and it's called Book Lovers. Like, I want to like this book. I just don't know. I'm gonna try to keep going, but I read the prologue, like I said, and didn't pick it up again because I was like, not another boring character book. And maybe I don't relate. Like, their petty drama and their petty problems are not like real life problems. Like, they're so annoying, and I just can't let myself even care. And that's like a big problem because I need to care about the characters so that I will want to know what happens to them, but I just don't. I don't care at all. So it may be that this is written, like her books are just written for a certain type of person, and maybe it's not me. Maybe I'm not the target audience, but you know, I'm gonna give it a try again. I'm gonna keep reading. Who knows when, because this is also like a big book for a contemporary fiction, a contemporary romance book. And I don't know why she writes so long, and I don't know why people like them, but hey, to each their own. Tell me if you love Book Lovers. I do want to try it. I want to love it. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe in one of my next future wrap-ups, you'll see me giving it 5 stars, but If you see me, give it 1 star. Okay, that's all the books I read. If you have watched this entire video, comment down below a yellow heart. I want to see who watched till the end because y'all are my favorite. But that's it. So if you want to check out any of my social media, I have a Bookstagram, I have a TikTok. You can check that out down below. If you want to help support the channel, I have a couple ways linked down below. So I have a Ko-fi if you want to buy me a coffee or basically donate to help my channel. I have my Amazon wishlist if you want to send me a book that I can read and talk about in more videos and make more content for you guys. You can do that as well. That's all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
3, 2, 1. Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end.